Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna start right now. And yeah, so the goal for this video basically is to show people who don't know how to use FL Studio how to make the most basic drum pattern for trap. And then I'll probably just build a beat from there, and then I'm gonna chop this little video into a couple tutorials. Just start with the basic drum pattern real quick. I'm gonna show you. You only need 3 sounds. Actually, you only need 2 sounds: a snare and a hi-hat, to really get the groove going for trap. First, when you come up to FL Studio, I'm not sure about the other versions, but 20, it looks like this. And you come over to this, and you can change the length of how long the channel rack is. Come over to this blank section, right click it. Let's just do 16 bars. Why not? And so I have my snare on the 3rd channel, and then my hi-hat on the 2nd. First, let's start with the hi-hat. For the hi-hat, you're just gonna right click this right here, and then go to fill in each 2-step, and then literally this is all you need for your hi-hat. And then for the snare, you're gonna put it on what you call the 3 and the 7. I learned this from Busyworks Beats. Shout out to him, but shout out to Busyworks Beats. But yeah, so what you're gonna do is, I gotta start looking at you guys, I'm new to this. So what you guys gotta do is put the snare on the 3 and the 7. What I mean by the 3 and the 7 is these little notches on the channel rack. The beginning of each different color, each 4, is a beat. So 1, 2, 3. So the 2nd gray one, basically the beginning of the 2nd gray section. Wow, that's 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like, I didn't even play the beat yet. I don't need to, because I already know how it's gonna sound. But you can go to your piano roll. Sorry, so I'm at the channel rack. Right click the snare, so you don't have to go counting all of these. You put in the first 3 and in the first 7. Go to the piano roll, and then you're gonna press Control, and make sure you see how this is on 1/3. It wouldn't have been accurate. It would look like this. So make sure you put the magnifying glass, the magnet, online, and then you just you press Control. For Windows anyways, you press Control and just drag up on the top, and then you press Control B as many times as it takes to fill up until it says length over here. So just Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B, Control B. And here's another little tip: I want to put all these up at the same velocity, but I don't want to like go like this and like try to like measure them and stuff like this, and like make sure they're all accurate. You can press Shift. You can either press Shift Control and go like this, and they'll all line. I mean Shift Control, Shift and drag your mouse, and they'll all line up at the same place. Or like, let's say they're already down here, and you want to bring them up. You can press Control Alt X. You press Alt X, and the level scaling will pop up, and you just pull up the multiply tab, boom, or knob, and this will bring up the velocities to the exact same scale as it was, even if it was like this. Oh, hold on. Even if it was like this, Alt X. See, it's gonna bring it up equal to scale. All right, so what I wanna do is go like this. Hold on. I'm gonna go Shift like that, cross, and I'm gonna leave it like that. That's good enough. All right, so this is what the drum pattern is gonna sound like. Yeah, that's literally all you need to make a trap beat, is this drum pattern right here. For beginners anyways, this is where you gotta learn how to make your melodies on top of this simple thing. This is how I use for my metronome. I'm not sure if I'm wrong for doing that, but this is what I use for my metronome. I know the groove right here. Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You just need a simple hi-hat on the each 2-step, and a snare on the 3 and the 7. Okay, so I'm gonna put my kick on the 1, and what is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 6. And I'm gonna repeat that. And I'm just making it simple for you guys. So, like I said, Control drag across the top, Control B, and I'm gonna press Alt X to bring up the velocity. Because if your velocity is that low, especially for trap, you're not gonna feel it like that. Here we go. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, it's that simple. And that's for a simple drum pattern. So that's very beginning basics trap pattern. You should do that. You should set this up as a template. So every time you go to this template, you have this already set up, and then you can work from there. And then so let me show you some tricks real quick to just give you your drum pattern some groove. So what you want to do is for the hi-hat anyways is change the velocity of each hi-hat hit, because you don't want all the velocities to be the same. It's too computerized, it's too perfect. You want to make the hi-hat sound more realistic, like as if a drummer is really playing it somewhat. What you can do is press Alt R, and this piano randomizer pops up. Right now I have, is it this? Hold up, it's alt pattern. So yeah, you just press it. Usually when you pop this up, it's gonna look like this. When you press Alt R, it's gonna look like this, but you gotta just shut off the pattern part. Boom. And then you could adjust the velocities to your liking, like see how they randomly go up and down or whatever the case is. And this is similar to like a real snare real hi-hat versus the same exact velocity every time. Because the human is imperfect. So yeah, so let me hear what this sounds like. I'm sure it sounds a lot different. Okay, so that's one little thing. Also, you can this little knob adds swing to your thing. I wouldn't do it for the whole thing, but for your hi-hats, you could come here. This is another trick I learned from BusyWorks Beats. Make sure you guys check out BusyWorks Beats. He taught me like a bunch of stuff. So you go to the wrench knob and go to shift, right click it. Actually, you don't have to right click it. You could just adjust it up a little bit on the time shift. Time shift, and then you tweak up the knob a little bit, and this will, I believe, not play whatever you're adjusting on the grid perfectly. How these are, it's gonna be like adjusted a little bit. It's gonna have a little bit see the swing. It's gonna have a little bit of swing to it, I believe. So it gives it a more human feel. You could do this on melodies and hi-hats, whatever you want, but it just gives it a more human feel. So let me listen to it and try to make it hit on the snare. It will hit always on the snare, but like with that groove. So let me show you what I'm talking about. See the difference? Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the little drum pattern section. Yeah, so if you want a simple drum pattern for trap beats and you're a beginner, I would start with your snare on the 3 and the 7. And copy that all the way through the piano roll, and then also I would put the hi-hat on each 2-step, maybe switch up the velocities and put some time shift on it, so it has some more bounce and it sounds more like a human's playing it. What else could I say? Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the drum pattern part, I would say. For the beginning part, like if this is your first time ever opening up FL Studio, that's what I would say that you should do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something from that, and you hope you guys can drop a like for me, and I'll be dropping way more videos like this. All right. So thank you. Peace out.